Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, David here, and welcome back to another video. And of course, what has been in the news lately is the Persona 4 remake, which, by the way, has yet to be confirmed and officially announced by ATLUS. And I'm not gonna go over why a bunch of people, myself included, think it's going to happen and it's going to be revealed probably next week. A lot of people are thinking that. I'm not going to go over all of that because we talked about that in a bunch of videos. But if you want to watch my last video specifically, I recap all the leaks that we know about P4 Remake and why we believe it's a real thing. So check that out. The link is going to be in the video description if you want to be up to date. Before we get into the swing of things, I do want to remind y'all that I'm still running a giveaway for a digital key of Raidou Remastered, The Mystery of the Soulless Army, on the platform of your choice. That is a worldwide giveaway. So if you want to be eligible to enter, all you have to do is subscribe to the channel, and you can comment on this video or a recent previous video with your platform of choice for the Raidou giveaway, and you are set. I will contact the winner near launch on June 19th. Good luck. Now let's get into the video. So what I wanted to talk about today is fans discussion. Persona fans discussing the P4 remake, complaining about the P4 remake. There's already controversy about the P4 remake for various reasons, and the game isn't even confirmed yet, which is very odd to me. So before you're out there complaining or before you're out there defending the title, just remember that it's not announced and that everything that we're going to discuss today is speculation. Let's start with the elephant in the room. So one of the reasons why people expect the game to be revealed next week and why people believe the P4 remake is real is because 3 of the main voice actors behind P4G confirmed that they're not going to be there for the remake, which means that just like with Persona 3 Reload, ATLUS would be recasting the English voices for these characters. So when it comes to P4G, you have a lot of very beloved English voice actors behind these characters, especially since these characters were voiced for Persona 4, Persona 4 Golden, Persona 4 Arena, Persona 4 Arena Ultimax, Persona 4 Dancing All Night, Persona 4 The Animation, and Persona 4 Golden The Animation, which I'm not too sure if the Golden Animation is dubbed or not, so don't quote me on that. But these voice actors, they were involved with a lot of projects. Some people are arguing that these voice actors are the character themselves, which is why a lot of people are angry, disappointed, and sad that apparently they're recasting the whole thing. Hey, if you're still doubtful about the existence of a P4 remake, hey, if the P4 remake isn't real, well then maybe they're not going to recast the voice actors, right? I think it is fair to expect the remake to be real, and I think it's fair to expect the voice actors to have changed as well, because in Persona 3 Reload, they recasted the whole thing. And not only did they recast all of the voice actors involved with the project for the main characters and everything, they also marketed that heavily. There were some videos on the ATLUS West channels with some of the new voice actors practicing some of the most popular voices and popular lines in the game. You know, so like the protein line for Akihiko, for example, the Mitsuru lines and stuff. They practiced that in front of a camera to market the game, right? So they were not only did they choose to recast the voices for the English voices for P3, but they also chose to put that in the forefront, and they were like proudly saying that, hey, we have new voice actors here. Which, to be fair, in my opinion, they delivered. I think they did a very solid job with P3 Reload, which is why I think they're also going to do a great job with P4 Remake. Now, when it comes to P4, the 3 voice actors that came out and mentioned that, hey, I'm not involved with the project, the first one who did is for Yosuke, so the voice of Yosuke, which is clearly one of the best voice actors involved with the project, or at least one of the most beloved voice actors in P4. He's not coming back for the remake. Then you have the voice of Chie for P4G, because the actor changed with the original game, and then P4G and other titles. I forgot to mention Persona Q as well, right? Which has dubbed lines. So she said she's not involved as well. And then earlier, yesterday, the voice of Yukiko also said that. Yeah, people aren't too happy about a new cast for P4 Remake. I do want to say one thing. I do want to acknowledge one thing. I see a lot of people speculating that it's a marketing plug, that they're doing, that Atlus is doing for P4 Remake, that they're intentionally not hiding the secret and that they want to spread discussion around the game. From what I'm seeing, the voice actors saying that they're not involved is causing way more backlash than people being happy, but it's discussion surrounding the game. So I'm not too sure. So let me ask you guys, do you believe it's intentional from Atlus for this to happen? I personally don't think so. I mean, at this point, we're getting leaks for every Atlus title ever, or almost all of them. So I really don't know what to think. But this was the pillar. This is the pillar in the middle of the controversy for P4 Remake. The fact that they're recasting the whole thing, creating a lot of reactions online. The second thing that I saw people talk about is actually DLC. Again, we have no details about P4 Remake. It's not confirmed. But people are looking at Reload, and they're already complaining about what Reload did for P4 Remake. Hear me out. One of the main things that people were mad about for P3 Reload, I would say understandably so, is the season pass. There was a whole ass season pass for the $70 fourth re-release of Persona 3, which was like $35 for the season pass or something along those lines, which makes the fourth release of Persona 3 over 100 USD for the full experience, which a lot of people complained about that, myself included. So I thought that was a problem. People are expecting that. I've seen people say every little thing that they added for P4G, the new stuff in P4G is going to be DLC. It's going to be locked behind a paywall. I don't expect so. I don't think they can sell the new content in Golden as well as it was easy to sell the answer for Aegis, which a lot of people were asking for episode Aegis, which, if we are to believe the devs, is the reason why they chose to do DLC. So my idea is they are not remaking the original, but they are remaking P4G. So therefore, I don't think we're going to get any type of content locked behind a paywall. There's going to be DLC. Don't get me wrong. There's always DLC with Atlus releases nowadays. There's going to be like cosmetics and crap like that, but I don't think there's going to be like a new dungeon or a section of the game that is locked behind the DLC. I hope I'm not wrong. I hope I'm right on this one, but we'll have to wait and see. So once again, another thing that people are like, hey, there's going to be some crappy DLC and blah, blah, blah. The final reason why there is controversy is very simple. It's the idea of a Persona 4 remake itself. A lot of people are like, the game does not need a remake. P4G is really good. It aged well. And I would have to agree. A lot of people are saying that, hey, there is some games that deserve it more. P1, P2, Duology, those games deserve it more. I would say, even if you look at another game that has 4 in the titles, SMT4. I think SMT4 deserves it way more than P4G when it, not necessarily that it deserves it more, because P4G remake will do way better than SMT4 would do, just because Persona versus mainline, right? But I think it would benefit from it more. Same thing for P1 and 2. I think these games would benefit from a remake more than for remake. But once again, P4 remake is going to do very well. So that in and of itself, I think you can be bummed out that they're choosing to put effort and money and time into P4 Remake instead of another title, but I think it's understandable, and I think it's easy to see why they chose that game instead of another one, right? So those are the topics that I wanted to talk about today. All we have to do for now is to wait and see if it's real. Are we expecting it at the Xbox Game Showcase? Are we expecting it at Summer Games Fest? I'm certainly expecting it at the Xbox Game Showcase, but the good news is I will be streaming both of these events, so please join me for those. We're going to have a blast on a Friday night, Summer Games Fest, and then on Sunday, the Xbox Game Showcase. I will make sure to take a leak before the show. So if you know what I mean, you know, shout outs. You've been watching for a while. Appreciate you. I think we're going to have a very good time. So thank you so much for watching, y'all. If you enjoyed the video, a thumbs up helps. Have a great weekend. And don't forget to comment with your platform of choice if you want to get a chance to earn a Rido code. Have a great day, y'all. Bye.